Hey and welcome to Film Waffle, and today we've got some fantastic news for you. We find out how Marvel is making sure the characters don't clash in Captain America 3 Civil War, how an Apple man helped design a new Star Wars lightsaber, and how Deadpool will be different from his other Marvel movie brethren. Perhaps one of the weirdest things about Captain America 3 is how it has two characters, yes two, with their own franchises in it. As you may know already, it has Captain America in it, of course, and it also has Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and maybe one other. Now, this may be a problem if you consider just how charismatic Iron Man is compared to Captain America. In fact, I'd say Iron Man is so charismatic he's probably wearing Brute Aquatonic. But the good news is that Robert Downey Jr. was quick to emphasise that this was truly Captain America / Chris Evans' movie. In fact, in a recent interview, Robert Downey Jr. told Empire magazine that the emphasis is on Captain America, and that actually they're going to be delving into the underside and shadow of the character, the other side of this all-American hero. He also talked cryptically about this character becoming modernised in their own conflict. Now, I think this is absolutely great news because there was a lot of depths already plumbed in the recent Captain America 2 movie, The Winter Soldier, and there's also going to be, it looks like, an awful lot to explore after the new Avengers movie comes out later this year, where the fallout will be squarely upon the technological menace Ultron. And this is what I like about Captain America. Unlike Iron Man, who has charisma served up on a plate, Captain America's kind of bland, he's a little bit dull, and what that means is that they really dig deep now with every film that seems to be coming out featuring Captain America to bring out the best in him. In other words, the emphasis is squarely on story, and you can't argue with that. That controversial lightsaber we saw in the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer may have found its best defendant yet. Who is that, you may ask? Well, it's a chap called Jonathan Ive who works for Apple, and he had a hand in developing some of their leading products, and he may also have had a hand in designing that very lightsaber. At a dinner party with J.J. Abrams, he got into a conversation with him and said that maybe the new lightsabers should be a little less precise and a bit more spitty. He also suggested that it should be more analogue and more primitive in order to make it that little bit more ominous. Okay, so he didn't come up with that crossguard, but he is the ultimate defence for many of the Star Wars fans, or at least those with Apple anyway. Let me illustrate for you. I hate the new Star Wars lightsaber, it's just stupid. Did you know it was designed by Apple? Oh, in that case I think that the lightsaber is progressive and completely different from everything that came before it. Okay, so recently we got the great news that the Deadpool movie has finally got the green light that it deserves. And if new evidence is to be believed, this movie could well be a little bit different from some of its other Marvel movie themed cousins. And this of course is great news for the legions of Deadpool fans who believe that their character was a little bit shortchanged, just to put it mildly, in the first Wolverine spin-off movie. And what is this new evidence? Well, apparently it's a casting call for a movie called Wham, which, according to the website Cinema Blend, is none other than actually Deadpool. And if that's true, well, this gives us an insight into some of the characters that may well be emerging in the movie, and it also gives us a little bit of a sense of what the movie's going to be like. According to Cinema Blend, one of the characters is called Blind Al. She's an elderly lady who's been held hostage in her own flat by Deadpool, who has taken that flat over and is using it as his own base. Don't worry guys, it's a bit of a running joke, apparently they get on famously. And there's another casting call for a character who Cinema Blend again says is probably for Domino, a character who sounds especially interesting because she can manipulate probability. And there's one more casting call that's particularly interesting, that's for a tall guy in a dark v-neck t-shirt and a ginger beard. Seriously though, from my point of view, this sounds like a fun and inventive film. It sounds a little bit different from all the other movies that have been licensed from Marvel and from DC. And any movie where the hero keeps an old lady hostage in her own flat gets my vote. Just kidding. I'd definitely check out the Cinema Blend article, which has a link below to get some more details on this. Okay, well that's the end of today's Film Waffle. Please click the thumbs up if you like this video, and also don't forget to click subscribe so you can be kept up to date with all the latest movie news.